You ever stop and wonder how your favorite streaming service just knows what movie you're in the mood for? Or how your social media feed feels like it's reading your mind? Well, that's not magic. It's something called a data ecosystem. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how it all works.
I mean, it's a question we've all asked, right? You're just scrolling and boom, there's the perfect recommendation. It's almost spooky how well the algorithm seems to get you. But trust me, it's not a psychic. It's just a really smart system working behind the scenes.
And that system is what we call a data ecosystem. The best way to think about it is as a complete environment where data lives, breathes, and gets put to work. It's this mashup of people, the processes they follow, and the tools they use, all working together to turn raw, messy data into something truly valuable.
So, to really get a handle on how a data ecosystem operates, we have to start with the basics. In this first part, we're going to meet the two most fundamental players in any data ecosystem, the data itself, and of course, the people who bring that data to life.
First off, let's talk about the data. Now, it pretty much comes in two main flavors. On one side, you've got structured data. This is the super neat, organized stuff that fits perfectly into spreadsheets. You know, rows and columns. It's a little rigid, but computers absolutely love it for analysis. And then, you've got unstructured data. This is the more human stuff. Emails, social media posts, videos. It's kind of messy. It doesn't have a set format, so it needs a bit of work before it's ready to be analyzed.
And check this out. It's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. The unstructured version is just a simple sentence, how you normally talk. But to make that useful for a computer, we have to structure it. We break it down into these clear, clean columns. Date, number of people, miles run. That translation right there, it's an absolutely crucial first step.
Okay, next up are the people. Think of them as a team with specialized roles. First, you've got the data engineer. They're the architects, the ones building the systems that collect and store all this data. Then you have the data analyst. And hey, that's where you come in. Your job is to be the detective, interpreting the data, finding hidden patterns, and telling a story with it. And finally, you have the stakeholder. This is the store manager or the CEO who takes the story you tell and uses it to make smarter decisions.
So, we've met our key players, the data and the people. Now, let's look at the process that connects them all. This is the engine of the ecosystem. It's the series of steps that turns all that potential into actual, concrete action.
This whole process is called the data lifecycle, and you can think of it as a journey with 5 main stops. It all starts with collection, where we gather up all that raw data. Then it goes into storage, where it's kept safe. Next up is processing, where we clean it up and get it into that nice, structured format. After that comes the fun part, analysis, where we hunt for those game-changing insights. And finally, delivery, where we share what we found with the people who need to see it.
All right, theory is great and all, but let's see how this whole thing actually plays out in the real world. We're going to zoom back out now and walk through a super practical example of a data ecosystem in action, from start to finish. Okay, so let's imagine there's this cool exotic pet store. The owner, who is our stakeholder, has a really clear goal. They want to increase revenue. Simple enough, right? But the problem is, they have no idea which new products to stock. They need data to make a smart bet instead of just guessing. And so, the data journey begins. First up, in the collection phase, the store starts gathering data from past sales and customer surveys. Then, a data engineer steps in to store and process all that information, getting it organized. Now it's your moment to shine. In the analysis phase, you start digging through all that data, hunting for clues and patterns. You're digging, and then bam, you find it. The aha moment. Your analysis uncovers this golden nugget. Customers who spend big on a premium reptile habitat are way more likely, 75% more likely, to also buy exotic plants for it.
Now, to get this crucial insight to the store owner, you don't just write an email. You create a simple, powerful visual. This bar chart makes it blindingly obvious. Exotic plants are, by a long shot, the top cross-sell with those fancy habitats. It totally dwarfs everything else. This makes your finding absolutely impossible to ignore.
Armed with your clear analysis, the stakeholder makes a data-driven decision. No more guesswork. They create a reptile paradise bundle, packaging the habitats with the plants. And the result? A 15% jump in sales. Now that is the entire ecosystem working in perfect harmony, turning raw data into real profit. Okay, so let's bring all of this back to you. We've seen the data, we've met the people, we've walked through the process, so what's your unique and absolutely vital role in making all of this work?
I love this because it really gets to the heart of what being an analyst is all about. You're not just a number cruncher. You're more like an artist, and data is your paint. You use your own unique perspective to find the hidden patterns and then craft a compelling story that actually inspires people to act.
And that's really the bottom line here. A healthy data ecosystem is so much more than just a big database. It's a living, breathing system designed to turn simple, raw information into powerful intelligence. Intelligence that drives real change, solves real problems, and creates real value.
So as we wrap this up, just remember that this ecosystem is always on, always evolving, and always creating new raw material for you to work with. The only question left is, what problem are you going to solve first?